What's up, YouTube? Metro Hero 2012 here. I know the video in the bottom corner is looking a little weird right now. I recorded this entire episode by accident without audio. That was definitely my bad. So this entire video is going to be a voiceover. I did speed it up so it's a little less painful. I really apologize that it happened like this, but I do think that we can still have a productive episode after all that is said and done. So the entire video, you'll see that my face cam in the bottom corner and me talking, but it's not going to prove any worth. So just listen to the voiceover and let's go here. So we have to cut some guys. We're going to go ahead and go into our roster and I think look for a few other guys to cut, possibly. We're going to start with Lou Murphy. We have a few guys on the free agent list that I looked at that we're going to be signing to our practice squad and our active roster. We wanted to go a different way with the organization right now. We don't want people who have been on the roster for a while and haven't produced. We don't want to be paying money to veterans that are not going to be providing value to us, essentially. So we're not expecting to be good for a couple of years. We're not even really performing very well in the preseason. So we're expecting at least year one to not go very well. So we're going to want some young guys in there that have better development traits that can come up and possibly become stars. So we're gonna be signing some people in free agency that I think can become good, and you'll kind of see here we're gonna be looking at in free agency. So we'll start by looking at quarterback. We don't have a lot of options right now, so we're gonna sign Christian Hackenberg to our practice squad. I know he's not the best quarterback and he hasn't had a good start in the NFL, but we're gonna put him on the practice squad because he's got a chance. I do notice Tarek Cohen, the running back, 5'6" and fast. The guy's fast and agile. We're gonna sign him in case any of our running backs get injured. He is a rookie, currently on a practice squad, but we're gonna sign him to our active roster. I just went ahead quick and checked to see if there's any other running backs I was interested in. Couldn't find them. We are gonna take Tarek Cohen off of the Bears practice squad and sign him to our active roster. So he's gonna be kind of a backup back for us. And now we're moving on to the wide receiver position. I kind of took a peek at Jared Abbrederis, but we did sign Rodney Adams to the practice squad. Again, we're not going to make commitments to these guys. Juju Smith-Schuster is actually a guy who is pretty highly touted in the draft, and I'm thinking we may want to sign him to active roster, actually. He's not very fast, but he is a red zone threat. He's 6'1". We currently have him on the practice squad. You guys let me know if you think we should promote him to the active roster, but for now he's on the practice squad. I added a few other guys, and here you have Tanner McAvoy, 6'6". He's only 55 overall. He's out of Wisconsin, but he's tall and he's pretty fast. He run routes pretty well. He catches it, and he's really hard to tackle once you get it to him. So it's going to be really beneficial for us to have a guy that tall. And here's a guy I really like, Trevor Davis from the Packers. He actually does play for the Packers. He's a really good return guy, so we might be starting him as a returner. But he's pretty fast, and he's 6'1", can run decent routes, so we're going to go ahead and sign him to our active roster and have him playing some. Just completed the wide receiver list, and we didn't see anybody else that we're very interested in. You guys let me know if you saw anybody on the list, or we'll be looking back next week to see if there's anybody else new. And moving on to the tight end position, Rico Gathers is a definite signing for us. If anybody's been following preseason so far this year, Rico Gathers has actually shown that he can be a tight end in the league. Last year's game he was only like a 60 overall or less. This year they bumped him up to a 71 because he's actually performed pretty well. He's shown that he can catch the ball, run routes, and even score touchdowns. So Rico Gathers, out of Baylor, actually played basketball there, for those of you who followed that. And now we're just going to go ahead and sign some linemen, both offensive and defensive, to our practice squad, and even some of them to the active roster. I know we needed a left tackle in our active roster because we were short some. We're just going through and finding guys here quick that have at least normal development and a decent overall. Guys that we think can improve on our practice squad or active roster. You can see Alex Anzalone there. We're signed to the practice squad. Right outside linebacker, 71 overall. We will be signing D. Milliner to our active roster to give him another chance at his career. We don't have a lot of depth there, so we're going to be signing him along with Ben Wickery. Sorry, I do like Ben Wickery. I think he's actually a pretty good corner. He's got a sweet name, so he is on the team. Looking at some other guys, Howard Wilson here, cornerback out of Houston. I believe we just put him on the practice squad if I remember correctly, but you guys let me know. Like I said, any of these guys you think should be on the active roster, let me know. But I'm trying to keep this as if I were running an actual NFL organization, and we're bringing them in to kind of get some better perspective of them on the practice squad. So if there's any guys that you think would perform very well in the practice squad and move up to the active roster, let me know in the comments below. Again, I try to remind people that your comments can be featured in the next episode. If it's a good comment, a good suggestion, I go through with it, I can put your comment up and get your name on there for the next video. Moving on to the free safety position, we found this guy, Marcus Williams, 20 years old, 76 overall out of Utah, and he's actually got really good stats other than play recognition, but he's a 20-year-old rookie. What do you expect? He could be a starting safety for us. We have Eric Reed at free safety. I don't remember if the guy we just signed was free safety or strong safety. I apologize. But either way, we can make him a starting safety. 76 overall for a 20-year-old. I'm going to go ahead and pick him up for sure. I think he's going to be a steal. Looking for some more guys to add to the roster here, just scrolling down. Looking for any young guys, rookies who have normal development and have other good base stats. Rudy Ford, I know, had pretty good speed, and I think it was hip power or tackling, one of the two. We see J-Ron Curse. I was thinking about signing him. I've seen him play in the Vikings. Pretty good. Actually, he's a nephew of Javon Curse, which is interesting. But he's played decent for them. We're going to go ahead and sign Roberto Aguayo, because why not? The second-round pick last year, who has not done well in the NFL and actually just got cut from the Bucks and is now on the Bears. But in this game, he's on our roster. The 49ers are going to give him a shot. We got a big decision to cut 10 players now. Since we signed so many people, we got to go through and cut these guys. For the most part, these are easy decisions. If they're low overall and they're older, they're just getting cut. No, I don't want to cut Rico Gathers or Jeremy Sprinkle. You will see in the game, though, that Jeremy Sprinkle does not perform very well. I'll show you, but he doesn't run his routes very well. He can't catch very well, so he might be off the roster. But we are keeping Rico Gathers, and our other rookie tight end on the team performs pretty well too. But just trying to shop some guys to clear room on the roster, see if there's any value left. And Garrett Selleck is not worth anything. We're just going to cut him and take the loss. Shop around Vance McDonald, see if any teams are interested in him. Looks like the Jaguars would really like a tight end, and Vance McDonald seems like a guy they'd like. So we're going to go through here and see if there's anybody on their roster that we could possibly trade for that might not be a cheap trade. Of course, I'd like Dante Fowler Jr., Miles Jack, go after Jalen Ramsey, but it's definitely not realistic. So I figure if the Jaguars are really after a tight end, they'd be willing to give up a couple of picks for one. Being that Julius Thomas is gone now, they might see something in Vance McDonald and be willing to give us a second-round pick, and it looks like they are. So we get a second-round pick out of Vance McDonald, is pretty good. Rico Gathers is our tight end for the future. Going into training now, we have all our players set up. We're going to simulate defense, play offense. This is going to go really quick, guys, as we do have this sped up pretty good, but we're just going to I'd like to show you all these practices just so you guys know I'm doing them and see how beneficial they are. We want to test Jimmy Garoppolo out a little bit more. So we're reading this play here. I believe it's like a hitch. Yeah, we're throwing to the hitch route right here. A smash concept, sorry. Smash concept's the corner. We have the hitch route and a guy doing a post route. No, not post route, flag route. Sorry, flag route over the top of him. And based on where the cornerback plays, you throw it to one of or the other player. Kind of a cool concept and something we hope to implement in this preseason game coming up. You can see our practice is going here. We have a couple of errant throws, and we need this one to get silver, and got it easy. It's kind of hard to be accurate when putting touch on the ball, I found, but if you're holding it, it gets there faster and more accurately, from what I've found. And you guys let me know if you've seen anything else, but for me, I have to hold it pretty hard. And here we're in the game. Jimmy Garoppolo tries scrambling. He did get 4 yards out of it, but I kind of winced there because I'm like, it's really not worth it in preseason for me to be scrambling with Garoppolo. He is the quarterback we'll be using. There's no sense in doing that to him. Somehow that pass gets in there. I have no idea. Wasn't the best decision, but really none of the wide receivers were open. We were able to put some touch on it, and Garoppolo delivered a beautiful ball in there. Lining up 2nd and 1 now. We're fooling them with the play action. They were thinking we were going to run it. And I threw in the triple coverage. I really have no explanation. I had a lot of really stupid decisions this game. I need to learn how to look at my checkdowns and just make smarter decisions. Not really sure what I was thinking there, but obviously it was a bad decision. Now we're lining up 3rd and 18 here. We got into a lot of bad situations this game, but a really, really good catch by Marquise Goodwin, I believe it was. Good pass by Garoppolo over the top in the middle of the field. He was able to get it over that second level and drop it right in there for him. Enough yards for the first down. Now lined up 1st and 10 at midfield. Getting the ball. Midfield. Forgot who that was. I believe, oh yeah, that was our tight end. That wasn't Rico Gathers. Ooh, a nice juke move by Carlos Hyde. Or no, sorry, Cohen. We had Cohen playing there. Nice juke move by Cohen to get the first down there. Now lining up 3rd and 6 from about the 25-yard line. Garoppolo is dropping back to pass, looking for a man open, finds McAvoy, and look at the juke move and see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. He's 55 overall, but these players cannot bring him down. These defenders, it's so hard to bring him down. He's 6'6". He's a big target, hard to tackle. I really like that we have him on the team. Hopefully he can develop because I think he's a stud. 6'6", wide receiver. That's pretty fast. I think McAvoy will be here for the future, but you guys let me know what you think, if he's just too bad for the team. But we really have no other options. I mean, Pierre Garçon is our only good wide receiver. The only thing about McAvoy is he does not have good release or really good route running. You can see here he cannot create separation, but he can go up and get the ball. That's the one thing about him. So I'm very pleasantly surprised with McAvoy in this game, being that we just signed him off the Seattle practice squad. He's been producing. He's one of the guys that's been producing for us, and that's what counts. Now lined up 1st and 10, Garoppolo's dropping back, finding Rico Gathers. He's another 6'6" guy that can catch. I'm just loading up the roster with these big targets because we really have nothing to lose. You might as well line up with some young, big guys on the outside and hope for the best. So running streaks here again. Garoppolo's dropping back to pass. A good catch. So didn't really get the separation we needed, but that was still a very good pass by Garoppolo and got it in there for the completion. You can see he's 5 for 11. It wasn't the best game for him. A lot of that was on me. I was not making the correct reads, and I was forcing the ball a lot. But it's preseason. We want to see what these guys can do. So now Garoppolo's back to pass. Throws it in the middle, and there's Sprinkle literally off his hands and leads to a pick 6. So, you're just asking to be off the team if you do something like that. So, that's just unacceptable. Us getting in scoring position down there and then him just letting it go off his hands and having the team score 7 points is just really hard. Here's another one of my bad decisions, and somehow it got in there, but I don't know if he caught it. Yeah, he did catch it. So somehow Beathard dropped that one in there into triple coverage, and it fell in there perfectly, so I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Now lining up at the goal line. I believe that was Cohen. Yeah, Cohen. I made kind of a side cut to try to find the right hole, and there's another good cut by him. So I see him as kind of a quick, agile, one cut back that we can hopefully develop into a very agile back that can catch the ball out of the backfield. If that works out, then he was definitely a really good signing for us. I did not get the ball off in time there, held a little bit too long, got sacked. It happened a lot this game, actually. I'm not sure what I was doing. Again, I really played this one bad, guys, but in comes Beathard, throwing another touchdown. I know I didn't touch on this yet this episode. I know last episode I kind of hinted that I might be interested in starting Beathard over Garoppolo, but that's just not going to happen, and we're not going to let Garoppolo lose his starting position just because of one preseason game. And that was crazy because that linebacker did not feel like he was on the receiver at all, and he just dropped back really fast and jumped up really high to be able to get to that. And here we got a huge gain because nobody was covering the running back out of the backfield. Everybody else was preoccupied with their other positions, their other assignments, and we were able to get the ball into him. And again, somehow we worked that one in there, Beathard with the throw. Now 1st and 10 from about the 40-yard line. Beathard's dropping back. Pass it again. There's another one. Same guy is just ready to pick these off. That was a lot more my fault. The first one was just crazy how he dropped back so fast and jumped so high. But this one, a little bit more my fault. You can see my face there, a little bit disappointed. Now 2nd and 11, we have the ball back. Down by 14 points, and I was so upset that time because I thought I hit the button. I really did. I hit it a couple times while the defender was still away from me and just would not pass the ball. So I was destined to fail this game, I think. Line up again, the rush is coming to us. I had to get rid of it quick, and it goes right to the defense and another pick six. The game really got out of hand at the end of it. It is preseason, but still I apologize. I feel really bad that these went so terrible. I know there's a comment last video that said I should bump it up to all Madden, and this team is just so bad that I definitely will after a season, after I can make some free agent signings and stuff. But this team is so bad, I'm not sure if I can even, like right there. I'm not sure I can even make it competitive if it's on all Madden. I might try it though, we'll see. You guys let me know in the comments below if you agree with him, if you think I should go to all Madden or if I should stay in all pro for now. It's just, I promise I'll play better, but this is just, it's not been going well so far. Let's just put it that way. It's been really hard to get this team going. You can see the end of the game here. We did end up getting killed. Going in fast forward, my face is just so disappointed. There's Coach talking up Beathard. Pretty proud of him. 46-20 ended up being the final score. We go ahead and view the highlight quick. The one highlight, I guess. And then go ahead and look at our stats. Terrible. Garoppolo had an okay passer rating, I guess. Just want to take a quick glance there, but that's all of the stats. And Joe Williams, our backup running back, has broken ribs and is out for 5 weeks. So Cohen is our backup back unless you guys think I should trade for somebody or pick somebody up on free agents. But that's everything there. This is it for the preseason. Next week is the regular season, guys. Tune in. Hope you're excited for it. I'll see you in the next one. It's a first team defense and get benched because of a guy that faced the second team defense. So I think we need a little bit of time to make decisions here. We'll take a look at our defense quick. Reuben Foster had an amazing game. He had 11 total tackles. Forrest Buckner had 10.